So onion planting is getting close right now for so many of us, and I know a lot of you are still under snow, but it will be here soon. But there's a few important tips I want to talk about walking onions that are important, and if you make a mistake, you could lose them, and this is why I want to emphasize a few things, and we'll show a few different things as we go along, and some tips and tricks, and even what I use them for. When I find reliable people with the walking onions, I put the links underneath my videos so you can go check them out and see what they've got and decide if you want to get any. Now, if you've ordered them, you'll be receiving these little bulbs that you see here, which are the tiny baby walking onions that were removed off the top of the plant. Now, some people will tell you you can store them until the proper time to plant them. But let me tell you something from my experience, it doesn't always work. And my experience tells me no. I would say that if you receive them in the mail, I would get them in some sort of damp soil. And here it's just a food container. It works perfect. Stick them with the green end up if they have some green. And if they don't worry about it. They will soon, but you'll be able to look at them and see how an onion has the roots on the bottom. Put them that way down. Just barely bury them and leave them until it's time to plant them outside. And this way, while you're waiting for your weather to improve, you'll see tiny little roots developing, and they'll be ready to go outside later because they're already full of life. This way, they won't dry out. These onions are designed by nature to grow on the top of the plant, and as they get heavy, the plant, the leaf, with those heavy little baby bulbs there, will start to bend over, and if all goes well, they will touch the soil on the ground that is damp. If it's not damp, you have dry clay or sand, but it's not wet, they will just dry up and fizzle away. But the main thing is get them planted in something. And then, like I said, put them outside when you have no more snow and they will just pop out of the ground. So let me explain to you what some of the questions or thoughts that people came in. And I want to show you why what you hear may not be right. Let's talk about why you can't believe everything on the World Wide Web. And I'll give you some perfect examples why. I've had some people come in and tell me that Egyptian walking onions will not walk, that is, produce baby onions until their second year, which is very interesting. And let me get into this for a second because I want you to understand that not everything you read is true for you, but it could be true. And you have to stop and understand who's writing it and where they got their information from. First of all, the person that contacted me on that is in zone 6B. Now, it may work that way for them, depending on your temperature, your weather, your climate, or in the situation in which you grew them in. But here in Southern California, where I live, we're 10A, which is a completely different growing situation for the Egyptian walking onions. Now, I will tell you, when I collect those babies, and I'm still collecting them now in January, they will produce in the fall. Why? Because here in 10A, we get two crops out of them. They produce in the spring. You'll see the lump in the leaf, and then they will produce again in the fall, meaning those that start in September and October will be ready to come off the plant in November, December, and even January. So it depends on your zone, your growing situation, and how you're growing them. If you keep them in small containers and they stay small, they may not produce as fast or as big. You know, the plant has to get some size to it to produce more. A small plant will produce small babies on the top. A bigger plant will produce a whole lot more. It might do more than one stalk growing baby walking onions on it. So it will depend on your climate, your zone, and how you've planted them. In the ground, they get massive. They get really big. So you'll end up with small walking onions underneath in the ground like shallots, where here, if I plant them in small containers, I end up with small little bulbs on the bottom. But no matter what, I have had them produce the first year right away. And this goes back to the beautiful Indian blanket flower. I did research on that, and all the research I found said they will not throw flowers until the second year, when they're a 2-year-old plant. Let me tell you something. We had flowers growing out of that plant in less than 6 months, the one we have in our yard. And I know that for a fact because I put the pot together, I put the soil in, some bird dropped the seed in there, A beautiful little bushy plant started to grow, and within months, it was loaded with flowers. So you can't believe everything you read. It doesn't mean it's not true, but it might be for where they're trying to grow them. You may have a different growing situation, or you may be able to set up a microclimate and be able to get things to grow exactly the way you want. Because let me tell you something, I'm really good at tricking plants, and I know a lot of you out there can do the same. So bottom line, if you're ordering them online, I would not store them. I would put them in a little soil and get them growing in a food container. And don't worry if they stay small, because when the time is right, you'll put them outside. And while I talk about this, I'll show you a few other things, because some of you have asked, how do you use them? This is my favorite onion. It is a green onion, but it does have a bulb. And the bulb you can use like a pearl onion or a shallot. Now, if you pull it out, the plant is done. So I usually use just the greens, but of course, if you're growing a ton of them, go ahead and use them. Use all you want. I do too sometimes when I don't have a big onion. Here, I make potato salad out of it. Everything comes from my garden. Potatoes, the walking onions, a nice pepper, and then all I need to do is add some salt and pepper and a little bit of mayonnaise. And I've got the best tasting potato salad. So many people have told me, wow, this tastes so good. And I really do attribute that to the walking onions because the flavor is unbelievable. I'm pretty sure anybody can grow these onions because they don't mind the cold weather. If you've got them planted in the ground, they're going to go dormant when the snow comes. And then as soon as the snow starts to melt, they're going to poke their heads up. I wouldn't throw baby walking onions that you just ordered outside under the snow. I would wait until the snow was done, and then I would put them out. But I most certainly wouldn't let them sit because I've heard from some of you who were told to let them sit, store them until the time is right. And then when you went to plant them, a lot of them were dried out and never came back. So, oh, and by the way, what's going on here is I make a cucumber salad in the summer. Isn't this beautiful? Slice up some cucumbers from the garden. And again, I just chop up the wonderful walking onions, which I happen to love. Treat the bulbs as you would a shallot or a pearl onion if you're going to chop the whole thing up and use the whole thing. But these are just amazing plants. They are absolutely one of my favorite plants. So like I was saying, I would get them planted in a pot, and you could even put the flower pot on your porch or in a windowsill. They don't mind the cold, but you don't want to put them in the ground right now because you don't know what's going to happen to them. But when spring is here, things start to warm up, then all you have to do is go ahead and plant them in the ground. You saw them in totes, they get so big. And here are some of my walking onions growing in totes with my squash. And also another point, I am in zone 10A in Southern California. My walking onions grow twice a year. They throw babies. Where I spoke to the lady that I put her link underneath, and her walking onions in Maine only walk once, and that's in the fall. So different situations will grow different ways. Isn't this cute with the birds and the totes? They're cleaning off all the insects. I just love growing them everywhere in all different ways. Oh, here I put a little bit of vinegar and just stir it around with salt and pepper, or flavor it the way you want. And then you end up with the greatest salad. With that, have a wonderful day, and don't forget to eat what you grow. And I hope I gave you tips so you can grow tons of them too.